You know that feeling when you wish you could just teach your tools a new trick? Well, with Claude Code, you actually can. Today, we're going to dive right in and build your very first plugin from scratch. It's time to go from just using Claude Code to making it your own. So here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with what plugins are all about. Then we're getting our hands dirty and building one right away. After that, we'll cover how to install and manage them, level up to more complex plugins, and even share them with your team. And finally, we'll talk about your next steps. All right, first things first, what are Claude Code plugins? You know, the easiest way to think about them is like apps for your phone. They're little packages of power that add custom features and completely new abilities that aren't there by default. Let's dig into that. So, at the heart of it, a plugin is just this shareable bundle of code that extends what Claude Code can do. It's all about adding custom functionality. The beautiful part is you can make them yourself, or you can use ones made by the community. It's all about tailoring the tool to your needs. And what can they actually do? Well, the sky's the limit, really. We're talking everything from super simple custom commands like a /hello, all the way up to specialized agents that can handle really complex workflows. You can set up automated hooks that react to things happening, add new skills for agents, or even connect to external tools. It's pretty powerful stuff. Okay, enough talk, right? Let's actually build something. We're going to do the classic Hello World, but for plugins. If you follow these next few steps, I promise you'll have your very own functioning plugin in just a few minutes. Now, it looks like a lot, but it really just boils down to 6 straightforward steps. We're basically just going to create a couple of directories and write a few lines in some text files. Seriously, it's simpler than it looks. Okay, steps 1 and 2 are all about setting up our folders. So pop open your terminal. First, we make a directory called Test Marketplace. Think of this as your own private app store, right on your computer. Then we'll go into that directory and make another one for our actual plugin, which we'll just call My First Plugin. All right, step 3. Every plugin needs a kind of passport or an ID card. This is a little file called plugin.json, and it has to live inside a special hidden folder named .claudeplugin. This file just tells Claude Code the basics. What's the plugin's name? What does it do? What version is it? And hey, who made this cool thing? It's just some basic metadata. Okay, this is where the magic happens. Step 4 is adding the command itself. We're going to create a commands folder, and inside that we'll make a file called hello.md. It's just a markdown file. The little bit at the top between the dashes, that's the description. And the text below is the prompt. It's literally the instruction we're giving Claude for when we type /hello. We're on the home stretch. Time to install and test this thing. Back inside Claude Code, it's just 3 quick commands. First, we tell it about our local marketplace we just made. Then, we tell it to install our plugin from that marketplace. And finally, the moment of truth. We just type /hello and see it work. So let's just take a quick look back at what we made. You see, it's super simple. We've got our main plugin folder. Inside that, the hidden .claude plugin folder with our manifest file, the ID card, and then our commands folder with the hello.md file. That's it. That's the basic blueprint for a simple plugin. Awesome, you've done it. You're officially a plugin developer. But now that you know how to build one, let's talk about managing them. Because you're not just going to have your own plugins, you'll probably install others too. So how do you keep track of all of them? Okay, 2 really important commands you need to know. Disable and uninstall. And they are not the same thing. Think of it this way. Disable is like hitting the mute button. The plugin is still there, it's just quiet. Uninstall is like, well, it's like throwing it in the trash. It's gone. So it's a key distinction. So that hello world command was cool, right? But that's really just scratching the surface. The plugin system is capable of so much more. Let's start looking at how you can build some seriously powerful tools to automate the tricky stuff. And the great thing is, adding these advanced features follows the same pattern. You just add new folders. Want to give Claude new skills it can use on its own? Create a skills directory. Want it to react automatically to events? You'll use a hooks.json file. Want to define whole custom agents? You guessed it, there's an agents directory for that. It's a really elegant system. Now, when you start developing these more complex plugins, you'll fall into a really quick rhythm. It's a simple little loop. You make a change to your code, you uninstall the old plugin, you reinstall the new version, and then you test it. Lather, rinse, repeat. It lets you iterate really, really fast. Look, building a tool that saves you time is awesome, but building a tool that saves your entire team time, now that's a game changer. So let's talk about how you take your personal plugin and make it a team standard. The whole secret for teams is this one file .claude/settings.json. You just pop this file into your project's repository. In it, you list the marketplaces and the plugins everyone needs. Then, when a team member opens that project, boom, Claude Code automatically installs everything for them. It's the perfect way to make sure everyone's on the same page with the same tools. So there you have it. You've got the fundamentals down now, how to build, manage, and share these things. But where do you go from here? Well, that kind of depends on who you are. So let's quickly break down some next steps based on your role. Okay, so if you're thinking of yourself mainly as a plugin user, your next move is to just go exploring. See what's out there in the community marketplaces, find tools that look useful, and start thinking about how you can use that repository level setup to get them installed for your whole team. Now, if you're a developer and you've got the building bug, your next step is to set up your own marketplace so you can share your creations. After that, it's time to go deep. Start really digging into the more advanced stuff we talked about, like agents and hooks, and see what you can build. And for all you team leads out there, your job is a little different. It's all about process and security. Your focus should be on setting up that automatic installation for your team, creating some clear guidelines for what makes a safe and approved plugin, and maybe even curating your own private list of must-have tools for your org. And that wraps it up. We've covered a ton of ground, from the absolute basics to building your first plugin and even planning out your next steps. You're ready to go. So I'll leave you with this one question. What's the very first part of your workflow you're going to automate away with a plugin of your own?